Welcome again to this segment of 8 mental strategies for achieving your goals. Now, in the last segment, I started talking about resilience and the 7 C's. But today, I'm going to share about the 8 elements of resilience. The 8 elements of resilience. Now, as usual, before I proceed, I want to encourage you to like, share, and subscribe to our page and channel if you have not done so already. Also, remember to hit the notification button. Okay? Now, again, I really appreciate your efforts in helping us reach more people by sharing the videos. Thank you, and thank you, and thank you. All right? Now, we're going to look at the 8 elements of resilience. Now, we saw that resilience is defined as the psychological capacity to adapt to stressful circumstances and to bounce back from adverse events. Okay? That is resilience. Now, resilience is considered a process to build resources towards searching for a better future after some potential traumatic event. Now, some of these resources come from our inherent potential, and some from what we learn about how to endure hardship. Now, the ability to bounce back requires being empowered to make decisions that promote personal well-being. And like sobriety, they must be frequently reconfirmed. All right? So the first thing is pursuing meaningful goals. Resilient individuals find a calling and dedicate themselves to what gives life purpose. They find that one. And now, pursuing a meaningful purpose may involve stress and pain in the short run, but over the long run brings meaningful, like raising children, seeking personal growth, training for a marathon. People with a sense of purpose feel less anxiety and stress. He who has the why to live can bear almost anyhow. Okay, so the next is challenge assumptions. Resilience requires creativity and flexibility. Traditional beliefs should be examined in the light of new experiences and ideas. Now, creativity requires one to consider many perspectives to avoid being imprisoned by one's habitual thoughts. In the aftermath of major life struggles, where fundamental assumptions are seriously confronted, it can lead to positive psychological change. In a sense, change represents the death of who we once were. Now, number 3, cognitive flexibility. Resilient people tend to be flexible in their way of thinking and responding to stress. An important component of cognitive flexibility is accepting the reality of our situation, even if the situation is frighteningly or painful. Acceptance is a key ingredient in the ability to tolerate high stressful situations. Avoidance and denial are the most common counterproductive coping strategies that can help people temporarily, but it ultimately stands in the way of growth. So 4, growth through suffering. Resilient people generally meet failure head-on and use it as an opportunity to learn and grow. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. What doesn't kill you makes you strong. Now, Lasim Tamil says, our antagonist is our helper. Now, this means that we can view any experience of emotional pain and an opportunity that will strengthen our ability to better deal with any future pain. However, when we medicate away our suffering, we miss the opportunity to grow. We must always understand that. Acting despite the fear. Courage is an important aspect of positive psychology that allows one to overcome personal limitations and pursue a full life. Courage is not a matter of feeling no fear. Courage is acting despite fear. Courage is strength in facing one's destructive habit. That is courage. The sixth is emotion regulation. A prominent view in psychology is that our emotional lives are shaped by our values and judgment. Much, if not all, of our thinking is up to us. We can liberate ourselves from destructive emotion such as anger and hatred by developing a capacity to choose how to interpret the situation, if we are able to do that. Our ability in managing the flow of thought and the capacity to visualize the future contribute to happiness. You want to be happy? Do exactly that. The seven is feeling of agency. Now, agency, the power of me, is an internal resource that often enables resilience. The sense of agency refers to capacity of individuals to act independently and shape their life circumstances by exerting free will. The person expands his options and freedom. Expanding your options. When feeling free and self-determined, we generally flourish. Believing that things are beyond our control is a recipe for hopelessness. The eighth is social support. Resilient individuals draw strength from their social network. They are also provided social support to others. The availability of social support reduces anxiety and stress. After all, it feels easier to face adversity when you have a close friend that you can rely on. When you have strong social support, you don't have to use as many of your own personal resources to cope with adversity. Now, those relationships give you profound sense of emotional security and the feeling that someone has your back no matter what. So it's important to draw on that. Now, neuroscientists tell us that resilience is marked by greater activation of the left prefrontal cortex of the brain. The prefrontal cortex is also part of the executive function of the brain. And in my video, Mental Health for Optimum Performance, I have shown how you can train that part of the brain to function effectively. So please access the videos and practice. Practice, practice, practice. In the next segment, I'll be discussing adaptability. Before we go away, please like, share, subscribe to our page and channel. Also, please press the notification button. Until the next video, this is your guide and coach, Dugan, telling you all things are possible to those who believe, and there is hope for your future.